Am I the a-hole for not paying for my friend's meal when she ordered more than we agreed upon? So my friends and I went out to eat after our midterm exams. It was a casual place where you pay at the end, and everyone was ordering whatever they wanted. I got something small as usual because I am trying to save some money. I just had water and a basic pasta that was on special. A few others did the same. But one of my friends ordered an appetizer, a big in-tray, dessert, and a drink too. No judgment, she can do her thing, but it definitely added up. When the check came, she suddenly said, "Let's just split it evenly." I was like, "What? I thought we were all paying for what we ordered." She said it would be easier and that it is what we always do, which is not true, by the way. I told her I only brought enough for what I ate, plus a tip. She rolled her eyes and said it is not that serious and that I am being cheap over a few bucks. But it was not just a few bucks. It would have almost doubled what I was planning to spend. I did not change my mind and paid for my own meal only. My other friends did not care and split the bill evenly. Now she is being super passive and told our other friend that I embarrassed her in front of everyone and made her look greedy. But really, she assumed we would cover part of her extra food without even asking. Am I the a-hole? Not the a-hole. Like you, I hate it when people order a lot and then assume everyone will split the bill evenly. The best way to deal with this is to announce, at the very beginning, that everyone should keep track of their own expenses so they can pay what they owe at the end. Am I the a-hole for not financially supporting my husband's parents? About 1.5 years ago, my 33-year-old husband's 3 siblings decided they were each going to give $100 per month to their parents, who are 66 years old and in their lower 60s. My husband lost his job last May and stopped contributing the $100, and his unemployment payments ran out in December. We have been living off of my salary, and he donates plasma. We share money and discuss all expenses, but I have the final financial say. It was that way before as well, because I am very good with money, and he prefers me to take care of it. He was making about the same as me before, so we have had to adjust our lifestyle significantly with our income being cut in half. But there are some fun things we still do, like traveling occasionally because we have points for flights, and we stay with friends for free. Last night, he got called to a family meeting where he found out his dad is leaving his mom. This has happened before a few times, and they worked it out, but this time it seems final. They own their house fully, and his dad said he would be willing to sign it away to my mother-in-law for $25,000. The house is worth a lot now as it is in a rapidly gentrifying neighborhood, so this is way less than his half would be if they sold it. My husband and his siblings got dinner afterward to discuss the situation and how they were going to help their mom. During that conversation, they confronted my husband about not contributing the monthly $100. They said it was a bad look that we are still going on trips. He explained that they are very cheap trips because we do not pay for flights or lodging, and he said he has no income. They basically said it should come out of my income then, since we are a household. He asked me if we could contribute the monthly $100, and I said not until he has a job and we stabilize. We squeak by, but we are not in any position to have another monthly bill. He understood, as he always does. Some additional context. My mother-in-law is a lovely person, and I also get along super well with his siblings. There is a bit of a cultural difference at play here because I come from a culture where parents would rather not take money from their children, and in his culture, it is common for children to financially support their parents. I love my mother-in-law, but I do not feel great knowing that we are her retirement plan, to be honest, especially since we plan to have kids of our own soon, and I would also like us to retire someday. It is $100 a month now, but I know this monthly amount is not going to be the end of it, and it does not quite sit right with me, even outside of our current financial situation. But we will cross that bridge when we get there. To summarize, my husband does not have a job. His siblings want us to continue giving their mom $100 a month like we used to for both parents because we still travel. I told him we cannot until he has a job. I genuinely want to know the truth because I am feeling weird about the whole thing. Am I the a-hole for being the reason we are not currently contributing $100 a month to my in-laws? Edit. to address some frequent questions points. It is pretty clear they do not plan on supporting their dad financially. He has been unpleasant in the way he has treated their mom, so as far as I know, the monthly support in the future would be going to just mom. Mom plans to take out a loan for the $25,000. Dad is asking for it in exchange for signing his rights away. The best solution would definitely be to pay the $25,000 first and get it in her name, and then sell the house, so she gets all the proceeds. If she keeps it, the house would later be inherited by him and his siblings, but it makes more sense to all of them, and me, for Mom to have the money while she is alive. But she does not seem to want to sell the house. We will see what happens. Mom works at a chain tax preparation place. Dad does not work. They are not disabled. The money started because their sister found out their parents got food from a food bank. My husband absolutely does need to get a job. He has had some good interviews lately, so hopefully he hears something positive back. Not the a-hole. It seems totally reasonable to me to withhold the $100 until your husband has found a job. Everybody needs a vacation. The siblings are being ridiculous. If they are doing so well, one of them can contribute $200 in the meantime. Am I the a-hole for not being willing to split the cost of a group gift when I was not included in the card? One of my friends recently got a new job, and some of my friends decided to get her a little gift. I was in the group chat where it was brought up, but I was super busy with studying and did not say much. A couple of people were suggesting ideas, and I figured they would update us later. Well, last weekend, they gave her the gift, which is a pair of AirPods Pro, and posted a little photo of her holding it with a card. I did not even know they picked something already. I also was not asked to sign the card or even told when they were giving it to her. Then that same night, one of the girls requested $20 from me on Venmo for my share. I asked what it was for, and she said, "The gift, obviously," like I should have just known. I told her I did not get to sign the card or even know what they picked, and she said it did not matter because I was part of the group and it is just what we all agreed to. But I never agreed. I do not think I was included. I was not even asked. After that, they are saying I am making it awkward and that it is not about the money. It is about celebrating a friend, but I kind of feel like I was treated like an afterthought and still expected to pay. Am I the a-hole? Not the a-hole. Whoever bought the card should have given it to you to sign. Am I the a-hole for not staying overnight at the hospital with our 7-year-old son, along with my ex-wife? Our son has a serious case of pneumonia that requires a surgical procedure to drain fluid from his chest, and now he has a chest tube. The infection is quite severe. We have been here for about 8 days, and he is finally starting to show some improvement. The fevers are less frequent and not as high. I have been here every day and will continue to do so. His mom, my ex-wife, is also here. However, during the day, she is working remotely and a bit more distracted. A couple of days ago, with our son showing some progress, I decided to leave for the night so I could get some rest. His mom leaves for about 3 hours in the late afternoon or evening to shower, change, and take care of other things. When she returns, I leave. By that time, our son is getting ready to sleep or is already asleep. I return first thing in the morning, between 6:00 and 6:30 a.m., to make sure I am here for the doctor's rounds or any early morning procedures such as labs or x-rays. In full transparency, my girlfriend lives nearby, and I go to her house to shower, change, and get some rest in a real bed. I have offered my son's mom the same opportunity. I have told her that if she wanted to go home for the night, I am more than happy to stay. However, she refuses. Today, when I made the same offer, she said no. She insisted on staying with our son and mentioned that she does not understand how any parent can leave their child at the hospital to go be with their partner. Apparently, she can still get into my head because here I am, asking if I am the a-hole for leaving my son at the hospital with his mom, my ex-wife, instead of staying the night. Should I also be staying if she's here? Okay, your title typo is delightful. I was really looking forward to learning what an extra wife is. But to your question, you are not the a-hole. It sounds like your ex is playing the martyr. I mean, there is nothing wrong with feeling like you cannot leave your very sick child in the hospital, but there is also nothing wrong with leaving him while someone else is there so you can take care of yourself, especially since you have offered the same to her. It is just two different ways of responding to a crisis, so her laying a guilt trip on you for responding differently is not healthy.